This is Tom Duty, middle-aged American, Preston, living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search from my site. I'm at Hoboken Terminal, Hoboken, New Jersey. Hoboken, New Jersey is the home of Frank Sinatra. During his career, his rise to success, he snubbed this town. They still love him. Everybody knows Frank is from Hoboken, even the teenagers at Starbucks. Topic of this hangout is cunt. Rarely used. Okay, never used. Rarely used in any productive way. It is a foul word in all context. So why do I claim I'm using it somehow with good intention? Well, it's for this reason. Inspired by many reports featuring online harassment, especially Twitter, BBC put together 3 or 4 female, I think they're called PMs, which is probably a parliamentary minister. One is black, one is gay, and one is the only kind of distinguishing harassment attracting feature to her is that she's a female. I think she's straight, didn't give her married status. These women talked about the tweets, and it's foul. So these are not downtrodden women. These are women who are bright, educated, high achieving, successful. They've navigated themselves to a leadership role. They have been able to get people to vote for them, and unquestionably hardworking. And they're subject to just foul harassment on the internet. Another video I watched was, now this is sports reporters, female sports reporters. And what they were subjected to is, I can't distinguish it from the British prime ministers, British female prime ministers. It was equally offensive. Now, the feature that I saw was tweeted by Vox.com. However, it was not their promo. Listeners, I wish I could give you identifying features to get you back. Again, in other words, the first one was BBC. The second one was tweeted by Vox.com, but I don't remember who published it. I promised myself I would find out, and I couldn't find it again. But what happened is whoever produced this video recreated these harassing moments, had men who were volunteers, paid volunteers, actors. They didn't seem like professionals. They were probably not actors. They were just people who agreed to do this and maybe not even be paid to do it. And they read the tweets to the women who the tweets were targeted. And they escalated in hostility. The tweet says it was scripted for this program. And I had the sense the men reading didn't know they were on their way to reading more foul text. And eventually it got to the point where these men just were emotionally struck by these horrible things they were saying. But yet it's commonplace on the internet. So those are 2 recent accounts of many. There's a teenager who committed suicide in Florida by jumping off an idol. Inside a cement processing facility, there was a tower. This whole thing was closed and idle and secured. She got herself into there, climbed up a tower, and jumped to her death. And it was related to internet harassment. It was a case in Florida, and I've forgotten her name. That was a story that struck me. But these stories are in abundance, and they're happening right now. Right now. Minutes before I began this promo, began this hangout, I kind of like checked, typed cunt into Twitter and read some tweets. Yeah, they're there. So, listeners, if you ever follow trends or if you ever check trends on Twitter, you'll find that like Joe Biden right now is trending. Muhammad Ali funeral is trending. And they'll fall off when the the peak activity lessens. Cunt is always trending. Fuck is always trending. Bitch is always trending. So I'm going to flip my screen to uh, I forget what it's called. I'm going to change my screen to screen share. Listeners, it doesn't always work. I've gone back to check some of my videos and I screen share part of the time, some of the time, none of the time. Sometimes all the time. But sometimes it just fails for mysterious reasons. I will check it. If it fails, I will screenshot my tweets. I'm going to put them in a Flickr slideshow. Listeners, if you care enough to do this, if you're curious of the content, a few of you might be, you can listen to my voice. I've never known Google Hangouts to fail on my audio. It always fails on the screen share video. In other words, right now, I believe you can see 5 fingers. I believe you can see red earmuffs. I believe you can see my face. However, when I go to screen share, which is soon, I have the results are unpredictable. If it fails, again, go to Tom Duty, Google search Tom Duty, find my website, click About Me. Google search Tom Duty, find my website, About Me, Flickr. Look for an album. I'll call it Cunt. And you'll be able to flip through the tweets that are supposed to be here as part of this hangout, as part of this YouTube video, that might not be. I'm gonna. I know I'm still visible on the video. So I should have done this. Twitter.com. "20 minutes ago, I was sitting in a bar having a beer. My wife is working for another half hour. She'll begin her commute, and I'm in Hoboken. I had a beer. I'm sitting around people, socializing. I was at a table. I just had one beer. I was there for about a half hour. Well, everyone's kind of doing sort of, what seemed like nice things, watching sports television, talking with people. I'm sitting at a table by myself reading tweets that have the word cunt in it. So this is a foul subject. Readers, warning. Listeners, warning. This, of course, catches pornography. There is risk of me flashing some nudies on the screen. It is not my purpose. I am not trying to rid the world of pornography. And there's, as soon as all right, I'll get rid of it first. The first picture does not need to be a woman's bare ass, so we'll clear it first. There we go. Five new tweets. Oh, okay, you know what? All right, whatever. Listeners, here we go. I'll try to minimize the bare asses. It's not easy. Screen share. So there it is. 3 new results. Okay, so here's kind of what I was looking for. This woman here is the woman at the bottom is flipping up her skirt and baring her ass. I'm not trying to expose people to pornography, and I really don't have any message about pornography at all. You just can't search for this word without, catching porn in the net. Okay, so this one's kind of benign. This is a woman using the word. So her name is Hilda. So Hilda, I will follow. She's from Kuwait. Interesting. She's probably Muslim. She is Kuwait. Not what I want to be woman. Not being a cunt. Now I post this link. I'm not going to put pictures. And there we go. There's my first tweet. So listeners, again, if you cannot see Hilda right now, Hilda has flowers in her hair. And I'm afraid to scroll down because this this is, it's interesting. This is in, maybe Russian or one of the languages it uses an alphabet similar to Russian, and it hits on the search cunt. So I don't see the word, oh, there it is. Cunt is in this tweet. So here we go. Just while I was trying to buy time, attempting to not show this woman. Oh, great. That's not what I'm after. I will wrap a bar stool around your head if you carry on. Yeah, okay. And this is Jason. Jason, okay, so let's see what possible purpose Jason would have to tweet this. Jason appears Bangor, Wales. Okay, Jason is probably this guy. And he's doing something with digital music, which this to me is the kind of stuff you see at a DJ. So he's probably a professional doing something with digital music, probably a DJ. And so let's see if he's tweeting to anyone or he's just writing this. No, it appears that he's just writing this. So let me see what I can find about Jason. I already followed Jason. So I'm going to call him Bangor, Wales, man. So Bangor, Wales, man threatens to wrap head cone bar stool. That's bad. And then, of course, he writes cunt. So he uses the foul word cunt and he threatens to wrap a bar stool around someone's head. Is Jason a good guy? Well, this is my first experience with Jason. Is he even a person? Is this him? Is he a DJ? Is he from Bangor, Wales? None of this is conclusive. But I can tell you, if someone is tweeting that he's threatening to wrap a bar stool around someone's head, he's threatening violence to someone, and he's also using the word cunt. you know, here's more sex, sexy chat, whatever, listeners. I'm going to retitle this and I'm going to say, you know, adults only, because I have gotten some pornography in here and it's not what I'm after, but Doctor, no, you fucking simple cunt. So here we go. John Doe. Yeah, great. So is this? Yeah, this is exactly the kind of stuff I'm attempting to highlight. Now, this doesn't seem to have. I'm going to go to the full profile. Listeners, my history with Google Hangouts, that you're no longer seeing this. Now, look at this sarcasm. Listeners, you're probably not. I've had such bad history with Hangouts showing screen share. So I'm now looking at a profile from John Doe. And the Twitter ID is fuck my work life. And this is obviously a drone type. Um, I'll follow this one. And John Doe says, so this is fucking it. Christ. The day-to-day ramblings of a thoroughly fucking miserable worker drone. Mostly cutting, generally sweary, occasionally humorous. Haven't seen anything humorous so far. So I'm going to call him, as he calls himself, Miserable Worker Drone. And his name is John Doe, which is a pseudonym I trust. So, Miserable Worker Drone Man, you fucking simple cunt. And then I put this link. So, listeners, I just found a profile, John Doe. He doesn't seem to be writing to anyone specifically, although there is this hashtag. It's hard for me to tell if he's directing this at someone. Twitter would kind of tell me he's not. And again, his visual is a coffee cup. It says, do I look like a fucking people person? Well, Jason, no. Or John Doe, no is the answer to that. No, you don't. You look like uh, a man who decides to pleasure himself on hiding anonymously and saying foul things to people, perhaps that you know, perhaps that he knows, and some that he doesn't. So there's my hangout that shows up in the trend, you know, right along with, you know, so I sort of claim to be having good intentions, and I'm really not sure the results will show anything good. Now it's 9:05. I'll be getting if I expect a tweet from my. So here's damage plan. This is the. Okay, let's see what this is. The whole tweet is one word. No links, no nothing, no pictures, no videos. The word cunt. Cunt. Okay. And what do we see? Animation. Atlanta. I'm just going to say Atlanta weeb. I don't know if this is a male or a female. I never know if these people are male or female, but in this case, this person doesn't you know, show gender. And I can't find the tweet. Listeners, I'm scanning this person tweeted cunt. So I'm scanning. Now I'm back too far. Oh, here we go. Tweets and replies. Oh, that means it's a reply to someone. So that means this weeb person Yeah, there it is. There it is. Weeb person. So I don't know male or female. There is a. Uh, so weeb. Don't know what weeb is. Weeb person. Cunt. Okay. Done. Now the cartoon character is a male, so I could have said man, but the cartoon character is a boy. So you know, I just chose to say person. Oh. Listeners, this is I had the idea to do this a while ago, and I've just been finding excuses not to. I like thought it might have some merit, and then I ended up considering it. You know, the available time happened, and I was going to do it, and it turns out Harambe, the gorilla, got killed. So I did a hangout on that instead. And now I got to admit, it's a it's really a shitty side of people. I'm not going to show that. There's a live cam. Now, I trust those women's breasts are bare. Again, I'm not trying to make a point about pornography. It's just unavoidable doing what I'm doing. Yeah, here Hilda writes, what? So, what? Whatever. What? She's a Kuwait woman. She's not want to be. Again, that's from her profile. Not being a cunt. It's nothing more than what she said. And if Hilda wants to find out if that's a sincere question, she can click on Hangouts and she can hear me now. But I'm not going to reply to that. Again, I'm just doing a bing bing. They write cunt, I write back. I'm not trying to engage or change the world or try to argue my way into people's better behavior. I'm just saying, here I found a tweet. I'm not even really trying to say my reaction to it, though I can't restrain myself completely. So, uh, anyways, Hilda, she's the Kuwait woman allegedly. Profile shows her as a Kuwait woman. Met some cunt. And it does surprise me the women that use the word. So here's a woman saying met some cunt on his holiday. Got his name of a kebab shop here tattooed on his leg. Free kebabs for life. He's leaving in whatever. What does this mean? Oh, here we go. Fucking cunt bag. All right, this is the kind of stuff I'm looking for. So great. I follow this person. And this is sports. I have, other than politics, just from a sampling of these pieces I've seen on the internet, trying to attempt to combat some of the foul stuff that I'm featuring in this. Yeah, here we go. So this person does appear to be. So this person, appears to be a man. Every person on the profile is a man. So I'm going to call it a man. And he calls someone else who also doesn't say anything on his or her profile. So anyways, I was saying I have reason to believe sports is some of the most foul of the internet foul stuff. Trying to get back to where I started with one click, and I can't quite figure out how to do it. I tried to create a. There we go. Tried to create a toolbar. Maybe that's what I did. I didn't push done. Can't seem to get it to save. Well, I'm not going to be doing this much longer. So, listeners, it's Friday night. People are probably engaged in nice things. I'm about to transition into my weekend. My wife is off tomorrow. Yeah, no, this is classic. Okay, there's a selfie, some bare breasts in the next frame, which I'll attempt not to show. So the Fresno Bee, California paper. I assume that's Fresno, California. It's a California story. The Fresno Bee writes Brock Turner, and he's the one who's been found guilty of rape or sexual predatory behavior. It's some legal term that is sort of like rape, but somehow he didn't put his penis forcefully in this woman, so somehow it became something less than rape. It certainly did not have consent. The woman was passed out. Yeah. Here, look at this person writes, "Fuck off, you knobbly bobbly." So, I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna go to that now. So I wrote what this person, I tweeted what this person tweeted, and his reply is "fuck off." Well, you know what? Doesn't sound good, does it? So I left that other woman window open. This is just taking forever. Forever. My notifications. I want to get to see who told me to fuck off. Here we go. And so this is all I do with these people. Click. I like it. So I write something, and this person writes, "Fuck off, you knobbly bobbly." Whatever. That's the sports person that didn't have anything else on his. Okay, so this woman, if I scrolled down, I'd see some bare breasts. Again, pornography is not my thing, and it's not my feature of this hangout. This kind of stuff is. So this is classic. I'm going to follow Matt. Matt is the Fresno Bee. Joe Biden has been heard on this subject. And this man, he's a young guy. Probably thinks he's a force of good. I think most people think they're a force of good. And yet he calls this woman. It would be highly unlikely that he knows her. Calls this woman he doesn't know a cunt. Doesn't sound very good to me. There it is. So here I reply. Let's find out who he is. Bourbon Seminoles, Pittsburgh Rugby. Okay. Bourbon Seminoles. I'll forget how to spell these things. Urban Seminoles. Maybe Google will help me. B, I think he capitalizes B-O-U-R, but I think he just means the liquor. Bourbon Seminoles. Seminoles is calculated. I think that's sports. Seminoles. I've forgotten the other ones. Something. It was more sports. I don't care. So I just call him Bourbon Seminoles man. And I'm going to say, you cunt. Again, my tweet is just my tweet is his tweet. And I'm going to click here, which I'll probably regret. I'm quitting soon. This is... Oh, I got more people that followed me. So here, I'll follow back. Now, listeners, I really have a sense my video has failed. And now this has gone longer than... So I'm kind of overlapping with my wife's commute, which means I will not get to making that slideshow soon, and maybe not at all. So, anyways, if my screen share failed, yeah, my account's been locked. I got to change my password, and I'm not going to do that now. So this game is over. So I won't know if the video had anything to do. So listeners, if you want to figure, yeah, it won't even, I can't even just stop screen sharing. Oh, I already did. So here I am, Hoboken Terminal. This Tom, I'm trying not to show that guy down there. He might get pissed. This is Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty and a Google search for my site. Thank you for listening. Have a good day, good evening, a restful night. Sleep. Ciao.